Hey guys, you may notice a couple of things like my room has changed, and the reason for that is that I am now back in the UAE in Dubai because that's where I live now. Um, when I was in England for the last three videos, it was actually because um, uh, obviously if you can't tell by my accent, I'm English, and I go back for the summer. I go back to my home country. Uh, So yeah, I'm back in the UAE now, and we'll be here till maybe Christmas, maybe next year. Um, right, let's get on with it. When I was in the UK, I walked into a model store and found this Vallejo model color bronze. Bronze is a very good color. I found it, and I'm very glad I did. I bought two bottles of it just because I didn't know how much I would need to use. Basically because um, the whole way that I get my bronze color is from dry brushing a bolt gun metal and mithril silver over a black primer, and then giving it loads of washes of Griffin Sepia, watered down. This gives it a very nice bronze effect. Um, but for things like vehicles or walkers, like my dreadnoughts, I didn't I wouldn't be able to use the wash because it pools on flat edges and not flat edges, I get flat edges, on flat surfaces. So I didn't want it to have a sort of grimy, pooled look because I wanted it to look like it was bronze, not some muddy metal. So I got that instead, and also I tested it out on this model. If you look back a couple of videos, I think it was the first video, sorry, not the third video I made, the first one of my Marines, is if you look at this shoulder pad when I show you it, the gold's a different color and it's off color to the rest of the model. So using the bronze now, I think it really blends in more. You can see the trim around the edge and up here, but this is done a little dry brushing, so it's slightly different. Um, I was looking for different bronze and different gold recipes that could be easier, and on Games Workshop UK, I saw an article on Sanguinary Guard for how they're painting their gold, and this is a test model of it, and it's basically you base coat it in chainmail, and then just give it. They gave it 3 washes of Griffin Sepia. I gave it 2 very heavy washes, and this is the result. It's a very dirty, rugged sort of gold, and it's a really nice gold actually. It's a really rich. It looks the business. Um. What else? I bought the Astorath the Grim model. Here are the wings and backpack assembled on the base, and here's the body of the model. The axis snapped. It really pisses me off. Really. Um, sorry, went a little dark there. The join for the join, if I was to try and super glue it, and I mean I've got a really strong super glue, like it's the strongest I've ever found. It's Gale Force 9. Um, this snapped when I was trying to put it in the foam, and I've tried to glue it on, but it's too small. The gap is too small for it to glue. So oh well. So I'm going to salvage the backpack and wings and use them for a chapter master, which I'll show you in a minute. Uh, Here's one of my chapter masters, almost finished, not painted but finished. It's Ares, the god of war, so he's based off Ares, the god of war is in Greek, so he's Ares. And he's got a Nemesis force weapon from the Grey Knight bit. His head, shoulder pad and shield are from Cyber Miniatures, and the rest is a Sanguinary Guard kit. Now, while I was filming this video beforehand, when I got interrupted, I dropped this and the arm fell off, so I'm going to have to glue that back on later. But basically, here's an up close of the model without getting too blurry. I don't know if you can see on the helmet, but instead of having the helmet over his head, it's like he's raised it up onto the top of his head like a cap, so you can actually see his face. And I think that's quite cool because the way I've posed him and the angle makes it look like he's really going for it. And with the spear pointing, you can really tell that he's like charging directly at someone. So I think the more open face look, where he's sort of glaring at him as he charges and sort of yelling, is really effective. He's going to count as the Sanguinor in a Blood Angel's army, but I've also magnetized the shield and the shoulder pad. So I take that off and attach this Infernus pistol, so that when I have the Infernus pistol and the Nemesis Force weapon, I can count him as Commander Dante. So that's quite nice. Just for a bit of versatility in the Blood Angel army, because I really like the model, and the Sanguinor is quite expensive, so he may not be the best choice in a lower point game. And Commander Dante has a lot of really good special abilities. For the wings and backpack, right now I'm thinking he looks a little bit too much like a Sanguinary Guard. That's coming from the fact that I've made him out of a Sanguinary Guard kit. So what I might do at a later date is rip off the wings and backpack and maybe get another Astorath the Grim sort of backpack. I'm sure there's some other poor sod who's broken his one as well and is trying to sell that off, because he can't use it. He probably doesn't want to use it. Or maybe get the Sanguinor's wings, because they're more like horizontal as opposed to sort of hanging down, to make it look like he's in flight or something. The reason I went with the 40mm base is because I'm going to count him as a Demon Prince in a Chaos army as well. For my next chapter master, he is Zeus, based off the Greek god Zeus, who is the god of gods, or basically, and also the god of lightning and the sky. Well, basically the sky in general, so, you know, thunder, lightning, blah blah blah. I basically wanted to make him represent this, and represent his weapon, and his weapon is the lightning bolt. I wanted to represent this weapon by having a lot of lightning and thunder and electric aspects to him. So, here he is with the dual power fists, which I really like. I think he looks quite hard with them. And I'm going to glue him onto Astorath's backpack. It's really hard because I haven't actually glued them yet. So there's that. But also, I wanted to make sure that he can take every aspect of the sort of lightning thing and thunder. So I know I thought it immediately. I don't know if you did, but I was thinking thunder hammers. So here he is with 2 thunder hammers. And hopefully I will eventually magnetize him to have 2 lightning claws, and also be able to magnetize him a storm shield. You may notice he hasn't got a head yet. The reason is that I was trying to look for a sort of ancient look with a beard, like a big proper, like, not Santa beard, but like a proper sort of old man beard, or like a aged grey man beard. So I have a mate down at my club who plays Space Wolves. So he has to buy the Space Wolves pack over and over and over again. So I was wondering if he could let me use his buy one of his heads off him, buy the sort of bearded head. I don't know if you've seen it. They probably use it for the loan for the Grey Hunters pack, but it's basically a great big beard and then a cyber eye thing, and that should look very nice on the model, make him have some sort of prestige about him. That is pretty much it for now. I haven't written up a list yet, but we'll get to that soon. Please subscribe. I have more updates on the way. See you soon.